YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy and positive vibes. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. It's crazy. Once we get there, I will re-announce what the giveaway is already. If you don't know what it is, maybe you should check out my live stream when we were talking about Creed Absolutely, where one of our special guests provided the 10K giveaway. So I'm not going to say it here, but it's out there. All right, but we'll reintroduce what it is once we get to that milestone. All right, so today, man, this video has been in the making. I've been asked for quite some time, a long time actually, to do my top 10 designer fragrances, 10 through 1. Now normally I don't rank my videos when I do top 10 or top 5 this. I normally don't put a number by them. Maybe I should, but I just don't. But this is specific. This is 10 through 1 out of the world of the designers. All right, so these are my 10, and I look forward to the conversation about my 10 as this video lives out there in YouTube. So let's go ahead and get to it. My top 10 designer fragrances in my collection, 10 through 1. All right, up first, number 10 from the house of Givenchy. We have Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, number 10. Number 10, man, I was so excited for this fragrance when it was talked about. I'm a huge fan of the EDP, the whole line. But this one right here, man, just adds a little bit more. You get that iris in there, you get this chocolate vibe from the patchouli. There's a booziness, there's a chestnut accord in here as well, which I'm a huge fan of, you know, what chestnut can bring to a darker, denser fragrance, man. So this stuff is amazing. This is my favorite out of the line. It kind of goes back and forth with another one, but currently right now, this is my favorite. And at number 10, from the house of Givenchy, we have Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé at the 10th spot. All right, moving in to number 9. This is also my favorite from the line that it comes from. It's not even close in my opinion. I love this stuff. From the house of YSL Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL Y Le Parfum. YSL Y Le Parfum at number 9. Number 9. All right, this is just the YSL Y DNA, but ultra smooth, man. Crisp, clean, smooth. This has a little bit more depth and body to the DNA, which I can appreciate. A little bit heavier feel to the DNA, and I overly enjoy. This is, like I said, my favorite from the line. So you can't go wrong with any of them in my opinion, from the EDT, the EDP, the Old Fresh, or whatever. But in my opinion, this is the best, and it's amazing. I really like it. Love the black sleek bottle and everything. So at number 9, from the house of Yves Saint Laurent, we have YSL Y Le Parfum at the number 9 spot. At the number 9. All right, let's move along into the 8th spot. Coming from the house of Tom Ford, probably the best leather fragrance in my collection, or the one I keep going back to the most at least. We have Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, the EDP. Just my favorite leather fragrance, man. I love everything about this. That sweet leather that you get in here. Such masculine vibes, man. This is for the gentleman out there who is put together, knows where he's going, knows where he's been. He's dressed to par, he's groomed to par, and he means business wearing something like this, man. So this stuff is amazing. It was very hard to put this at the 8th spot. It was hard to rank this whole list, but if you're in the top 10 of anything, you're doing pretty well. All right, so for me, at the 8th spot, from the house of Tom Ford, we have Ombre Leather, the EDP. Great stuff here, man. Great stuff. Could have been higher. It really could have. At number 7, probably catch some more heat for this, but you know I don't care. This is one of my favorites, period. From the house of Jean Varvatos. That's right, Johnny V. We have Jean Varvatos. You guessed it. Vintage. Johnny V Vintage. Man, this right here is some really good stuff. Beautiful rhubarb note in here. Some fruitiness, some spiciness. I get a fougere, slightly barbershop feel to this as well. with the sweet and the spice in here. I believe there is a little bit of lavender, a little tonka bean sweetness feel that you get at least. I don't know if those are direct notes, because this has about 50 notes to it. But for me, this is a gentleman's classic. I love to wear this to the office during the fall and the winter time. It just makes me feel a certain type of way. I got an extra bop to my step, and it's just one of my favorites for sure. Best out of our Varvatos line in my opinion, but it's definitely on my top 10 designer list for sure. At the 7th spot, we have from the house of Jean Varvatos, Johnny V. We have Jean Varvatos' Vintage. Love the bottle style, love everything about it. This is good stuff, man, good stuff. All right, up next, where we at 6? All right, at number 6, although this version is discontinued, there is a new revamped Parfum version that is out there, but this had to be here. From the house of Giorgio Armani, we have Acqua di Gio Profumo. Profumo, this is my favorite out of the line, even though I'm a big fan of the EDP as well, but this is my favorite out of the line. You got that Acqua di Gio DNA, but darker and denser. That incense note, the patchouli in here darkens up the DNA, gives it more body and depth, man. A little bit more smoky. I mean, it's just good. It's beyond good, man. It deserves to be on this list, in my opinion. I've had this bottle now for about 2 years. I'm about a quarter of the way full, so I do wear it sparingly because I know it's hard to get, man. But when I want a different change of pace, when you're talking about the aquatic and brighter style of fragrances, but I want that with just a darker touch, first thing I always think about, from the house of Giorgio Armani, we have Acqua di Gio's Profumo at the 6th spot. At number 6, all right? Creeping into the top 5, Lord have mercy. Was this hard to do? Yes, it was, but this is what we came up with. At number 5, from the house of Emporio Armani, we have Stronger With You Absolutely. This stuff is so beautifully made, so beautifully well done. That beautiful Strong With You DNA, that none of this nuttiness from the return of the chestnut here that was not in the Intensely. The rummy booziness in here as well. A nice vanilla. Man, this stuff is so great during the winter time. I wear this one more in the wintertime. This is a little bit more of a denser, slightly darker approach to the DNA, and it lasts and it performs, and I overly enjoy this. And this could have been easily number 2. This could have been number 3. This could have been even number 1. All right, because when I wear this, man, I really feel like I'm him for real. All right, so this stuff is really, really good. At number 5, from the house of Emporio Armani, we have Stronger With You Absolutely. Hard to get. This one is hard to get, but if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it if you're into that style of a fragrance, all right? Moving into the top 4, at number 4, man, this was tough because this was in the top 3 for a while, and it kind of goes back and forth with the one that is actually at number 3. But from the house of Cologne, we have L'Homme Ideal, the EDP. The EDP. I'm a huge fan of cherry, and cherry, vanilla, leather, spices, man, it's just so great, man. This is a great fragrance for sure, especially for those masculine gentlemen out there who every once in a while want to step away from the hard leathers or the hard patchoulis or the smokiness, but you want something that could be attractive, something that could be a little bit of fun, but still keep that masculine mystique. This is that and so much more. So the cherry is done right, the leather, the vanilla, just great stuff, man. Tough to put this at number 4, but this is where it landed. I love this stuff. From the house of Cologne, at number 4, we have L'Homme Ideal, the EDP. Great stuff, man. All right, at number 3, and boy, this is just great. The best of the line, hands down. Date night king, seductive, all of those things, man. They just got it right. From the house of Paco Rabanne, at the 3 spot, we have 1 Million Lucky. For those who've been rocking with this channel for quite some time, y'all, come on, get in focus now. Y'all kind of knew that this one was probably going to be sitting at the 3 spot. Plum, honey, hazelnut, gourmand feel, so much sex appeal with this fragrance, man. It's just over delivers, man. My wife absolutely loves this stuff. A lot of you love this stuff. This is the best out of the line, and it is just amazing. Every time I smell it, man, it just dials me up. Dials me up for sure. So at the number 3 spot, just especially what it does and why I wear it and what it does when I wear it. Yes, it's high on the list. All right, so at number 3 from the House of Paco Rabanne, we have 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky. If we can get that in focus, there we go. Clashing, you can see my camera and microphone, all that in there. All right, down to the top 2, and most of y'all probably already know what number 1 is, and probably number 2. And none of these others can go in front of these, in my opinion. They deserve this spot. At number 2, from the house of Dior, we have Dior Homme Parfum. Dior Homme Parfum. Possibly the greatest Irish fragrance ever made. I know there's a lot of love for all the other Diors out there. The Dior Homme EDTs, the Intense. To me, it's not even close. Dark and rich. You get this leather. You get this almost kind of chocolatey feel. You get the iris, that makeup baggy, sticky iris, man. Such a heavier fragrance that just works in the cold air. This provides a sense of mysteriousness, sexiness, and somebody who really knows, that they're in command of whatever the situation is. This stuff is gold from the designer world with a niche quality beyond amazing. From the house of Dior, at the 2 spot, we have Dior Homme Parfum. Absolutely. It has to be here, right? If we can get it in focus. There we go. It has to be here. And at number 1, those who have been rocking with me and watching me on this channel for, however long you've been watching, you probably heard me mention that this is the number 1 fragrance in my collection, hands down, and it happens to be a designer from the house of Chanel. We have Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. All right, so this is just it. I love the DNA, but the Parfum does it the best. Man, it's the Blue King. It's the greatest blue ever made. It's the standard, in my opinion, of blue. And this is much more richer, has a little bit more depth and body to that beautiful Bleu de Chanel DNA. It has turned into a special occasion scent for me. I have the EDT and the EDP for other uses, but this right here, it's got to be something special going on, something memorable, something that's going to live in me beyond, the actual event. And I wear this when those things take place. So number 1, quality is beyond the charts, man. It lasts on my skin, compliment heavy, but I don't wear it for none of that. What the scent does for me is more than enough. Number 1 on the list from the house of Chanel, we got Bleu de Chanel, the Parfum. Outstanding stuff. All right, Smell Good family, that's it. All right, that's my top 10, 10 through 1 designers that I have in my collection. Those are it. All right, so I would love to know what your guys' favorite designers are. You can rank them if you would like. That would be dope as well. You want to give me your top 5, your top 3, or just your number 1. Let me know in your collection, where do the designers line up, and put a number next to those fragrances. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you've seen and heard, and be the next member of the Smell Good family. All right, so y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Splag it up, splag it down, splag it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world, you out there who's getting ready to hate in the comments, whatever you put out into the world, that's exactly what you're going to get back, for sure. All right? So, till next time, y'all be cool. And most importantly, splat. Don't forget to splat.